So after my review pilot video was a success, I knew I had to instantly follow up on my promise for rating Inception. Some of you may not know this, but it's my favorite movie ever. My theory on it was one of my favorites to make, so I'm not going to be shy about saying that this review will be biased. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and today we're going to be reviewing Inception, and for those of you who don't know what Inception's about, I will spoil it for you. It's about this man who has the technology to enter people's dreams and allow many people at one time to lucid dream together. He needs to get home to his kids, and the only way to do that is by taking a job from a very rich man who will allow him to get back home to his kids if he succeeds in the task. The task is to divert this businessman's competition by entering the mind of his competitor and traveling deep into his dreams, and plant an idea that will make him forfeit his business. They set everybody up and then enter the man's dream, but they need to go deeper. So they set up their dream entering equipment inside of the dream again. They are now 2 levels down. They realize that it still isn't enough to plant the idea, so they go down 1 level more. They are now deep enough, but the competitor dies in the 3rd level. When you die in the 3rd level, you fall into the 4th level, which is known as Limbo. So a couple of the dreamers enter the 4th level to save him, but the protagonist stays there with his wife, who has been haunting his subconscious for years, while the other dreamer and the competitor escape Limbo, and everyone convinces the competitor to quit his job. Unfortunately, the original businessman was dreaming with them, and he ended up dying in the 3rd level too, so the protagonist dreamer has to find him too while everybody else wakes up. But they all wake up and are successful in the end. Or are they? So using my method for reviewing, we can rate this film out of 10. Creativity. This movie epitomizes creativity for me. Christopher Nolan took inspiration from not much more than the human mind itself and the concept we all wonder about. The usage of that creativity is also wonderfully maximized, and anybody who watches the movie leaves it stunned. 10 out of 10. Quality. What's there to say? The practical and special effects this movie uses are some of the best in the past decade, especially that scene in the hotel hallway. Amazing. And the way things are shot, they provide an excellent feel to the whole movie, and the acting is brilliant. Michael Caine, Leonardo DiCaprio, I can't rave enough about this movie. It's phenomenal. 8.5 out of 10 for the quality. Story. So the story is pretty good as well. The concept of the protagonist getting home to his kids is quite touching. But what really sells this movie for me is the concept of dreaming and how his dead wife ties into it. Mal's character sells it even further. The story is something I could only expect from Christopher Nolan at this point, and the twists make it even better. 9 out of 10. Screenplay. So as many of you know from my last review, I consider screenplay as a cross between quality and story. So if we average the two, we receive an 8.8 for screenplay. Characters. Debatably the best part about this movie. They are all acted to the utmost excellent they could possibly be, and their multi-dimensionality is breathtakingly emotional. They develop in ways I wish every other film could aspire to, and the way that each one is assigned a specific task in the film makes it all more comprehensible, and Mal's character is exceptionally great. 9 out of 10. Popularity. Now here's where we hit a bit of a confusing point. When Inception was initially released, it received praise like no other film. I feel like it was because Nolan encapsulated exactly what everyone wanted. Many people ponder over the concept of dreaming within dreams, and Nolan took advantage. The hype led to everybody calling it overrated for a while, but now that things have died down, they've changed. The movie has become so overrated that the negativity has actually made it underrated, and so, in a surprising turn of events, Inception receives a 7.5 out of 10 for underratedness. Soundtrack. The music which created a fantastic trailer and single-handedly caused all action trailers after it to use the boing sound effect, and the dramatic black screen flashes and zooming text as well. The music which people have used in tens of thousands of YouTube videos, many of which have no idea where it originated from. Mind Heist by Zach Hemsey. But that's just the trailer. What about the actual film? And as many of you know by now, music in film is extremely important to me. So when it's someone like Hans Zimmer, I geek out. Not only is he probably the best film score composer of the 21st century, but he has won tons of awards for it, and rightfully so. People have both wittingly and unwittingly used his Inception music in many YouTube videos. the excellence. If I could give it over 10, I would. 10 out of 10 for probably the best, most well-known, and one of the best movie soundtracks in the past 10 years. And finally, bonus points. Theorizability. This film epitomizes it. The ending and how it's left ambiguous had people talking and guessing about it for years, and still to this day. The mystery, intrigue, and fantastic aspects lead me to give this movie a 9 out of 10 in theorizability. I don't think there is any debate. We can average it all up, but you already know the outcome. It'll be very high. 9 out of 10 actually. An A, dare I say an A+. This is what I rate as the best thing I could possibly watch. I honestly don't know how much more I need to say to convince you all to watch it. Sit through the 3 hours. It is 100% worth it. More theories and hopefully reviews coming up soon. Until next time, I'm the Theorizer.